Okay, welcome class. Today I'm going to teach you a bit of words that all sound really similar, and so they're kind of hard to tell the difference of, so that's what we're going to go over. I'm going to try to help you learn a few of these different words. So the words we're going to go over today, I have them written down here so you can see them as I read them. Bitter, butter, batter, better, Betty, bit of, and bought-a. Okay? Okay, so yes, those all sound very similar, but that's what we're going to try to fix today, is help you understand what those words mean and how to say them all and which one's which. Okay, so bitter means like it's a taste of something, so it's kind of like the opposite of sweet. It's bitter, it's almost tangy, it tastes weird in your mouth. Okay. And then butter, do you know what butter is?
Yes.
Okay, so we all know what butter is. And batter is like cake batter. It's what you use to make cakes and doughs and stuff like that before it's cooked. Okay. And then better, I think you know what better means. Mm-hmm. It's better than this. Betty is just a name. A bit of, so that means like a section of, a little portion, a bit of something. And then bought-a, so you know what bought means, so it's just you bought something. Okay, so let's go over them again. So can you say these out loud with me?
Yep. Bitter, butter, batter, better, Betty, bit of, bought-a.
Very good. Okay. So next, I'm gonna say a few of them in a sequence, one after the other, and I want you to try to remember each one that I said specifically. Okay. Okay, so Betty, batter, bought-a.
Betty, batter, bought-a.
Okay. Bitter, bit of butter.
Bitter, bit of butter.
Good. Bought-a, batter, better.
Bought-a, batter, better.
Good. Okay. And then we're going to go over and see if you remember. So what's Betty?
A name.
Okay. Bit of?
Like a small portion.
Okay. Batter?
Like what you make cakes or brownies with.
Butter?
Like from a cow.
Use some toast. Good. Bought-a?
Like purchased something.
Better?
Like better than.
Okay. Bitter?
Like the opposite of sweet.
Yes. Okay. Very good. So you seem to have a good grasp on what the words mean and how to say them. Now it's just remembering which one is which and saying them in a row. So I want you to go ahead and just write the words underneath there. Okay. So I just want you to copy what I have written so that you can kind of write them out and notice the different letters, because a lot of them, the only difference is the second letter, the vowel. So yeah, it's bitter, butter, batter, better. They just have different letters, I, U, O, E, etc. So I'm gonna have you write those down just so you kind of get a grasp on them, what they mean. Okay, very good. That all looks very good. And I'm gonna give you a little piece of homework right now.
Okay.
I want you to go home and with your family, because I know you have lots of siblings, we're gonna have them all sit around and I want you to practice. You can teach them this as well if they don't already know it. Practice picking one of these words or a few of the words like I did with you, and I want you to play telephone with them. So how that works is you'll all like sit in a line or in a circle or something, and one person will pick a group of these different words and put them together, and then you'll practice one person whispering it to the next person. And so you can't spell it out for them, you can't describe it, you just have to say the words only once, and then they hear it, and then they whisper what they heard from you to the next person, until it gets to the last person in the circle, and then they'll say it out loud. And so the point of that is to see how it can change and how easy it is to mix up the words. Mm-hmm. So the point is you're trying to see if it changes when it goes throughout the circle. So that's a good practice to help you kind of understand the words and how to pronounce them very specifically.
Okay.
Okay, so next, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm going to teach you a tongue twister. So this is it's the Betty Botter tongue twister. Okay. So I'm going to say it for you real quick. So it's Betty Botter bought a bit of butter, but she said this butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So Betty Botter bought a bit of better butter and it made her batter better. So I'm going to teach you a slightly more simplified simplified version of that. And see if you can say it and understand the meaning of it. Okay, so first thing first, I'm going to have you write it out because that's one of the easiest steps to memorize it. So I'm just going to read it to you.
Okay.
And if you have questions or want me to repeat something, just let me know.
Okay.
So I'm just going to tell you in lines, so it might be easiest to just write it out in lines so that you can kind of have it in your brain sectioned off so to help you remember.
Okay.
So Betty bought a bit of butter.
Okay.
Okay, very good. And so next it's, but she said, the butter is bitter.
Okay.
Okay. If I use it in my batter,
Okay.
it will make
Is this the same line?
different line.
Okay. Okay.
The batter bitter.
Okay.
So she bought some better butter.
Okay.
And she put it in her, and she put it
Okay.
in the batter.
Okay.
And the batter was much better.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to have a few. So, better not,
Okay.
use bitter butter.
Okay.
Okay, next line. If you want
Okay.
some better batter.
Okay.
Okay, get ready for this. Bitter
Okay.
butter
Okay.
makes it bitter.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to take a look and make sure you got it all correct.
Darn, my handwriting's kind of a mess.
That's good. Okay. So could you tell me kind of the theme of that? Do you understand like kind of what she's saying?
Yeah, so she bought some butter and it initially was really bitter. So she didn't want to use it in her batter because then her batter would be bitter. So then she went and bought better butter so that her batter would not be bitter, it would be better.
Okay, yes, very good. So now just real quick, I want you to read it out loud to me.
Okay. Betty bought a bit of butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I use it in my batter, it will make the batter bitter. So she bought some better butter and she put it in the batter, and the batter was much better. Better not use bitter butter if you want some better batter. Bitter butter makes it bitter.
Good job. It's kind of hard sometimes.
These words are all starting to look really weird.
Okay, so next, let's take a look. I want you to practice saying it twice. You can say it really quietly if you want. You don't have to say it out loud, but I want you to practice moving your mouth to the different words because I want you to get closer to memorizing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Betty bought a bit of butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I use it in my batter, it will make the batter bitter. So she bought some better butter and she put it in the batter, and the batter was much better. Better not use bitter butter if you want some better batter. Bitter butter makes it bitter. Betty bought a bit of butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I use it in my batter, it will make the batter bitter. So she bought some bitter butter and she put it in the batter, and the batter was much better. Better not use bitter butter if you want some better batter. Bitter batter